Hi, you are listening to Daily Bible Verses, which is recited by BSR.
First reading, it is taken from Acts chapter 5, verses 34 to 42. In those days, a Pharisee in the council named Gamaliel, a teacher of the law held in honor by all people, stood up and gave orders to put them outside for a little while. And he said to them, Men of Israel, take care what you are about to do with these men. For before these days, Theudas rose up, claiming to be somebody, and a number of men, about 400, joined him. He was killed, and all who followed him were dispersed and came to nothing. After him, Judas the Galilean rose up in the days of census, drew away some of the people after him. He too perished, and all who followed him were scattered. So in the present case, I tell you, keep away from these men, and let them alone. For if this plan or this undertaking is of men, it will fail. But if it is of God, you will not able to overthrow them. You might even found opposing God. So they took his advice, and when they called in the apostles, they beat them and charged them not to speak in the name of Jesus, and let them go. Then they left the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer dishonor for the name. Every day in the temple and from house to house, they did not cease teaching and preaching that the Christ is Jesus. This is the word of the Lord. Gospel reading, it is taken from John chapter 6, verses 1 to 15. At that time, Jesus went away to other side of the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias. A large crowd was following him, because they saw the signs that he was doing on the sick. Jesus went up the mountain. There he sat down with his disciples. Now the Passover, the feast of Jews, was at hand. Lifting up his eyes, then and seeing that a large crowd was coming towards him, Jesus said to Philip, Where are we to buy bread, so that these people may eat? He said to test him, for he himself knew what he would do. Philip answered him, 200 denarii worth of bread would not be enough for each of them to get a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, There is a boy who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what are they for so many? Jesus said, Make the people sit down. Now there was much grass in the place, so the men sat down, about 5,000 in number. Jesus then took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed them to those who were seated. So also the fish, as much as they wanted. And when they had eaten their fill, he told his disciples, Gather up the leftover fragments, that nothing may be lost. So they gathered up them and filled 12 baskets with the fragments from 5 barley loaves left by those who had eaten. When the people saw the sign that he had done, they said, This is indeed the prophet who is to come into the world. Perceiving then, they were about to come and take him by force to make him king. Jesus withdrew again to the mountain by himself. This is the word of the Lord.
Thank you everyone for listening to Daily Bible Verses. Please do subscribe and share. Please stay tuned for the next episode. Signing off.